genuinely, one of my worst fears is living for other people. And there has to be some exceptions to this because, I mean, technically if you marry somebody, you're really going to care about them. You're going to live for them a little bit. You're going to do things just for them sometimes. Me having a YouTube channel, sometimes I'll do things. No, actually I won't. Never mind. I think I am just going to keep doing whatever I want. But maybe in the future, you know, I'll live for the viewers just a little bit. I'll make some choices purely for the viewers. Because naturally we're social creatures. But what I really mean is that I hate the idea of basically being a puppet, constantly being pulled by strings that I don't even see. I constantly question where my ideas come from. Because I'm just scared of adopting an idea and a value into my life and then it's not even mine. Because I wonder, at the end of my life, will I have known what it was like to live as a human that is me? With my genetics, my individuality, with everything that is unique to me, will I have lived? Or will I have lived a life that is stereotypical to somebody of my religion, to somebody of my culture, to somebody of my occupation? I do not want to be defined by things externalized to me. All of my choices, I want to be very certain that they are mine. And that's why I hate social media in a way. Because I feel like I'm constantly being subconsciously influenced. And you kind of can't help it, really. In life, I could be influenced by seeing a tree over there. You know, like, oh yes, I like trees. I don't know. But at least the fundamental stuff. At least the things that I really care about. You know, like, I want to have kids because I want to have kids. I don't want to have kids because it's a societal expectation for women. You get the point. And this is why, like, most of the time, I do things because I want to do them. And I trust myself more than everybody else. But this is really dangerous, obviously, because with things I don't have a lot of experience with, sales and business and things like that, like, yeah, I'm going to take advice from other people because I need to, because I just don't know a lot of stuff. I'm not very educated on it. There are going to be experts that I'm going to look up to and that I'm going to take the logical advice, take the knowledge from. But when it comes to things that are kind of nuanced and that are kind of preference based, I'm gonna do whatever I want because that's my personal experience. That's my fundamental value of being very scared of not living for myself. So I'm just gonna do what I think is right by my moral standards and by what my preferences are. But then comes the question of, like, when should you actually listen to the advice of others, though? Because there could be some nuance in that. Let's say you're really nihilistic, and you're nihilistic because of your subjective experience, and you just think it's what's true and what is foundational to the world and to life, and then you're like constantly living by that. But then there's people outside telling you, hey, sure, those things that you're saying might be true, but it's not good to focus on them, and it would be way healthier for you to not focus on them. So when do you put your pride down? Where is the line that you do kind of need to trust others over yourself? And so this is where I think the distinction is. It's whether you're following what you know, what you are educated on, versus what your values are. So yeah, if your value is to be nihilistic and to be extremely negative and pessimistic, and you know that that's going to lead to a horrible life for you, well then yeah, by all means go do it, because that's how you want to live your life. Those are your values. Go ahead. But if you're purely just logically saying, no, logically this is how everyone should live their life, then I think that you should be open to adverse opinions, because then, hey, if nobody proves you wrong, keep believing what you believe. But if somebody does prove you wrong, well then there's no point in believing what you believe, because then you'll just be living a lie. logical to do, please do not do this. But sometimes the person is treating this issue as if it's a preference. Like, no, I'm not going to stop doing this no matter what. And I don't really care what you think. And they're just like kind of defending themselves, not really planning to change their opinion or their plan of action. They're just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And then the other person could be like, no, like, your preference is bad. Your value is bad. Like, this is horrible. This is illogical. And it's like, well, that's how I want to live. Like, okay, I'm going to trust myself and not anybody else. Because that's how I want to live. That is my preference. It's like, I have, at least, I know, I question myself on the daily. Do I want this value or do I not? And I'm constantly readjusting them, you know. I try to ask myself, where are the distinctions, where are the nuances, where are the exceptions? And so I'm pretty stable in my decision because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm bringing on to myself. And so when people tell me that's a bad idea, yeah, I know why it's bad, but I also know why it's good. And you're looking at it very one-sided. It's just, I'm kind of a rock wall. If you're giving me advice, it's not a matter of debate. It's like, that's my decision. This usually comes up when I tell people, like, I'm not going to college. Like, yeah, I know it's risky, like, for not having a stable job in the job market. Like, yeah, I know. But I'm doing something else. I'm not gonna be a hobo. I'm not gonna be homeless. Like, I'll be fine. And it does irritate me because I'm like kind of like the black sheep in my family. And they like just completely view me differently now. Like, I was valedictorian of high school and they were like, wow, that's so amazing. And then the second I do something that's like not very societal, it's just like, ooh, I'm very worried about you. Okay. Good to know. But like, that's what I mean. Like, this is not a logical debate. This should be a value debate. Because you're not even understanding where I'm coming from. So I think about that a lot when I'm like giving somebody advice. Like, all right, is this a logical advice time, or is this value advice? Like, are they even gonna listen to me? And if they don't listen to me at all, like they don't even interact with my idea, then okay, like that's just your value. That's how you want to live. That's your preference. All right. It doesn't bother me. I think your choices affect you, not me, really. So go ahead. That's how you want to live your life. I have no problem with anybody other than me doing something dumb by my standards. Go ahead. I don't care. If you want to make your life a little bit interesting, a little stupid, you know, oh, that's going to cause a divorce down the line. Ooh, that's going to break up the kids. Ooh, the kids are going to be distraught. Ooh, that's a bad decision. But you want to do it? Bro, what am I going to do? I'm not going to feel guilty for your choices. And that's what I think a lot of people, like, have a problem with. Like, they look at my choices and they're, like, personally offended. What are you personally offended by? Like, this is my life. Recently, my friend, or my old friend, she made a decision. I was like, damn, you don't even want to make that decision. And so I told her, you don't even, okay, it was about a relationship. I was like, you don't even like the life that you're going to end up living with this person. So you should have a conversation with them about that. I didn't even say they should break up because I'm not the type of person that gives relationship advice, especially when I'm like, oh, they're probably going to break up because of this. I don't give it that type of advice because a lot of the time it is up to like personal preference. Like, this is not a logical debate. But she was telling me, hey, like, I know I'm not going to like living my life like this if I continue staying with this person. And so I just told her that back. You know, oh, it sounds like what you're saying is you're not going to be happy with this life, with this person. And then she didn't take her own advice. I was like, okay, all right. But it didn't bother me because I was like, okay, you know what? That's your own preference, I guess. You do you. it doesn't bother me. I was just like, that's kind of funny. I really hope you have a good life. You know? I think it's natural to be frustrated, like initially, when somebody doesn't listen to you. Because it's like, this is so logically wrong. What is this? Like, what are you thinking? Like, what's going on up there? Nothing that I can see. No, but then I don't really care after a while. It's just that I'm a wholehearted believer in your decisions equal your consequences. I don't have anything else to say. That's my little rant. Oh my god. Please, if you are under the age of 14, do not drink coffee at all. Which I don't think, if you're watching this, you would probably be bored if you're under 14. You're probably like brain rotted. If you're not, bless your heart. But please do not drink caffeine. Because since I was 12, alright, I drank caffeine on the regular. And I couldn't make this video. I could not function until I drank caffeine. And it's not even like a mental block, like, oh, journal about it, like, where's your trauma stemming from? It's not one of those. It's not something I can logically, like, think through. It's just a pattern. It keeps coming up. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go to a coffee shop, and I'm not gonna get coffee. I'm gonna just get lemonade. I sit down. I'm like, okay, like, 3-hour study session. Like, I usually do this all the time. It's fine. I open my laptop. No. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go home and drink coffee. Oh, magically, I want to do everything in the world. Let's go. Oh my goodness. I think it's not even like, if I didn't drink coffee, genuinely, all I would want to do is like sit and stare at the ceiling all day. Even the things I love. Like, I think I could probably play piano for 30 minutes if I didn't drink coffee. But I would not be able to practice piano for like an hour or anything above that if I did not. I would actually like get really tired. I don't know what's up. It's a problem with my brain, not with my body. Because I can work out without caffeine. Like, yeah, I'd get tired more easily. But I don't know what it is. Something is up with my dopamine. I think it does have to do with my reward center for sure. I don't know what's going on. But caffeine gives you a lot of dopamine. And so it's my theory, it's my hypothesis that it can be used as a slight antidepressant, by the way. Okay, I'll stop drinking.